right here, Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks as a closer look at Southern Jaguar Athletics. I'm Chris Powers, and we've got the man of the show, Roman Banks. Hard to say again, Coach. Coach is out. Well, maybe you're still coaching.
Always coach.
But athletic director. And I'll tell you what, you're doing a heck of a job at Southern University. We're going to be talking about that. And I'll tell you, this is how big this is. I had so many people bribing me what the football schedule is going to look like for 2019. We're going to do that later on in the show, and it's going to be debut right here on the show.
Oh yeah, we'll do the unveiling of the schedule today, and we got a hype video along with it. And I think it's going to be great. You know, we're moving into a new era, so we're trying to do things for social media, and we're trying to bring quality to our fans. So I think it's going to be very special and unique.
Cannot wait for that. Also, we're going to talk women's basketball. Head coach Carlos Funches is with us right here today. And we're going to talk men's basketball. Sean Woods is here with us. We're also going to have, speaking of men's basketball, a Southern legend right here on set, and we cannot wait for that. And, folks, we've got some delicious food. I can smell it already. And I heard you bragging yesterday on Tommy Kreisland's show that you were bragging on the bread pudding here.
The best. You know, I'm a bread pudding connoisseur.
Yeah.
And, I must say they one of the top 2 or 3 in Baton Rouge.
Look out. So we're going to put that to the taste test today.
Today.
Right here live on this show.
And if you approve it, I know it's good.
Yes, indeed. Well, Coach Banks, I tell you, the job that you have done at Southern University as athletic director is absolutely unbelievable. All sports now eligible for playing for a championship, and that's pretty impressive, and the first time it's happened in a long time.
Yeah, well, let me start off by saying I always say that we're strong together. Mm-hmm. And so it takes a team. And I think that we have put together a good athletic staff, a team of people that's committed to making Southern University better. And that goes with our staff from 9 to 5, and then our outside staff that come in and help us develop that chemistry that we're looking for. And then it goes further than that. It starts at the top with your leadership. And I think that President Belton has given myself the opportunity to bring innovative ways to continue to create this atmosphere for athletics. And also our board of supervisors have really been awesome as it relates to understanding and giving us the help that we need since we are a Division I sport. People don't understand that there are a lot of mandates that the NCAA acquire. And so these are the things that we're missing. It's not that just athletics need something special. I often say that we're not special, but we do have special needs. And those special needs are things that we must do to continue to be at Division I status.
And that's pretty impressive, because at one point, going against ULL, University of Louisiana Lafayette, to start the season off, they had to take actually students who were dressed out, ready to go and play off the bus because they were not eligible. So how did you turn it around so quickly? And I hope I don't spoil a book deal with you, if you got a book right now. But how did you get it done? Was it a meeting of the players or a meeting of the coaching staff and say, we've got to get these kids in the classroom?
Well, and I think you have to be careful for what was going on, because our student athletes, I think, get a bad sell in this, because actually they were doing a very good job academically. It was the process of the university making sure that the processes was in place, that I think that we wasn't crossing our T's and dotting our I's. And so in Discovery, I think that Traven Scott, who was over academic and compliance, oversees that area for us every day. I think that his leadership has been crucial in that area. And also that I feel like that our coaches, they understand the dynamic of what needs to happen. And I think under my leadership, when I came in, the first thing we started doing was educating ourselves. And we found out that we had to educate the university side more than the athletic side, actually, because the registrar have a role in this, admission has a role in this, financial aid has a role in this. If you're a transfer admission counselor, you got a role in this. So there's a lot of entities that you wouldn't think that has a role that's very important and critical for us to continue to be successful in athletics as it relates to a Division I status.
And so successful that the NCAA is actually using you as a model to show other universities of what to do.
Well, that was a good thing for us. It put a smile on our face at the convention, because, when I took over, it was all about Southern, what we wasn't doing, using us as the bad seed example. And then all of a sudden they did turn back around, and they gave us homage to how you correct yourself and how you move forward. And that's not just under my leadership, but that speaks to the staff, the athletic staff, that speaks to Travian area, that speaks to Dr. Belton, that speaks to the board, that speaks to everybody that every coach, every student athlete.
Now, I know you've been a celebrity waiter before for charities and what have you,
yeah.
but you were sitting here telling me the specials they've got here at Scoreboards. It's my first time in here, and it's absolutely gorgeous. You got plenty of TVs here, and you can smell the food already. Now, we've got boiled crab shrimp.
Oh yeah,
every Wednesday night.
So I had the opportunity since the show here. I had the opportunity to try the food. So they boiled crab and shrimp is on point. So anybody out here, I recommend that you get that, and it's very good. They do a very good job with that, and obviously they have other things on the menu, but that's the special tonight. And I think if you try, you'll come back again. You might not like the show, but you'll come back for the food.
And bring the kids, because there's a burger special for the kids?
Yes, they looking out. I think it's that we're able to provide a burger, fry, and a drink for the kids. So this is meant for fans and supporters to come out and have a good time as we have a closer look into the athletic department and also the university.
All right, for any management out here that wants him to be head waiter, forget it. It's over. We're not doing it. We're keeping him at Southern University as athletic director. All right, we've got lots more of the show. We're going to talk a Southern legend coming up here, right here on this show. And also, we're going to be talking men's basketball and women's basketball as we're right in the thick of SWAC scheduling. And we're going to be having a big home game this weekend. By the way, we want you to come out to the F.G. Clark Activity Center. We're going to talk to you next week about that. The F.G. Clark Activity Center is absolutely beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
But we're going to be talking about that and talk about the big games with UAPB and Mississippi Valley State. Coach Sean Wood says it's another game. We're going to find out if that's absolutely true or not right here when we come back. We are at the overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Southern Jaguar Athletics right here from a restaurant that I'm telling you, it's going to be one of my favorite new places, man.
I can agree with that.
Yes, indeed. Come on out and see us. I'm Chris Powers. We're on Coursey Boulevard along with Roman Banks. Back here in a moment right here on the Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks on Pelican Sports TV.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fruget. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fruget today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
Grand Cherokees, we'd rather sell them than move them.
It's Salisbury's Move and Sale and Jeep Adventure Days.
Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, $27,990.
With Power Group backup camera, keyless entry, and Uconnect.
Get them now at Salisbury's Chrysler,
Dodge,
Jeep,
and Ram in Baton Rouge.
Welcome to the Multiplier Games. Multiply your winnings 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times. Win up to $200,000. Louisiana Lottery. Multiply your play.
bit a lighted sign.
Yeah.
That's right. Because I thought it was actually a little bit further down. All right, welcome back, everybody, right here as we're talking Roman Banks. And, of course, got a good crowd here today. Got a lot of Columbia blue and gold in the house. And we thank you for being here for overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics here on Pelican Sports TV. And we're talking basketball right now. And we've got both the basketball coaches here. Y'all give it up for the women's basketball coach, Carlos Funches. Thank you. And the men's basketball coach, Coach Sean Woods.
Thank you.
And today we're talking basketball. Let's start with the Lady Jags. Big game against Grambling State University and a big win over at Grambling State. 86-81 final score, Coach.
It was a nice win for us. I mean, we stepped up, and I thought it was, you know, it was a great win for us going on the road and getting in the victory, but especially it was a little more sweet against Grambling State, you know, being an in-state rival.
You're going to always get that production from Skylar O'Bear. She's absolutely unbelievable. Shot 4 for 5 from the field, 3 for 4 from downtown. And we know when she gets her stroke going, she finds her place and she's good. She was 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 13 points total. But Brittany Rose stepped up 6 for 6 down the stretch, down to the free throw line. And we all know that's big time in a close game like that.
Brittany was huge for us. I mean, she hit clutch free throws down the stretch. She's our best free throw shooter and our best three-point shooter. And she did a great job.
And Lyric Scott gave you 29 minutes in that ball game, too.
I mean, Lyric was preseason first team all conference, and she showed why. I mean, she stepped up and put up some big numbers for us in crunch time.
And then, of course, going to Jackson State and the Tigers, we all know how that's a tough environment to play in. They don't like each other either. And, I mean, you know, it seems like almost in a way that the Grambling and Southern series is always a friendly rivalry. When it comes to Jackson State, we really don't like each other.
Well, I mean, that's another rival game. They did a great job coming out, prepping, getting ready for us, and I thought our young ladies, you know, after an emotional game against Grambling, stayed tough, stayed strong, and did a great job and executed down the stretch and got the job done.
And on the rebounds, on the boards, 12 for Ms. Scott.
Yes,
Morse, I'm sorry.
Yes, she did a great job. She came in off the bench, Tanira Moore, and had 13 points and 12 rebounds. We had 45 bench points. That's probably the most we've had in 10 years.
And one of those big ones, too, Courtney Parsons had a big game in that game.
Courtney Parsons stepped up, and she played well. I mean, all those young ladies off the bench did a great job for us.
That's right. And with that game there, as you continue to go through that, you got a lot of points, 12 points from Alaric Scott, 13 points right there from Moore, and 10 points from Courtney Parsons. Courtney Parsons is beginning to really get comfortable in her spot at the point guard.
Yeah, I mean, she was our starting point guard before she had a knee injury. She had a meniscus injury and had to have surgery and missed 6 games. But she did a great job coming back and rehabbing it and getting ready. And, I mean, she's ready to accept that role again and getting in better shape.
Now, you were just talking about it before we got on air, talking about how this guy, you're leading, watching this guy and what have you. I watched him on the sideline for the first 2 home games, Texas Southern and Prairie View A&M. And this guy gets colorful, don't he?
I mean, he does a great job. But, you know, I went in his office and talked to him today and told him I really appreciated him taking out the time to help mentor me with this being my first year as a head coach. And no matter what he has going on, he'll stop and make time for me. And I told him I really appreciate it.
Whatever you do, don't let him sucker you in to shooting half-court competition shots with him. I've watched this guy, and he can hit the shot from midcourt.
Now, I hadn't seen that yet, but I've heard a lot about it.
I'm watching everybody else taking, 12-foot shots, 10-foot shots, 8-foot shots, wherever the deal may be. And this guy, one shot from the midcourt, missed it. Second shot, bam, bottom of the sack.
Well, Coach, you've been holding out on me.
Coach, always tough, obviously, when you get going with a new system and what have you. The players, they have to get comfortable with that system. You put 2 halves together, and this team is going to be a very dominant team. It's either the first half or the second half that this team gets going, and I know that's got to be frustrating more for you than anybody.
Well, it's just part of having growing pains. You know, they're giving me everything we had. We had a slow start against Grambling, as you know. We were down 19 at the half, and then we come back and had a chance to win, went up 1 or 2. but just couldn't close it. And then we played our best total game against Jackson State, and we're just playing with so many new guys, inexperienced guys, and I had 3 walk-ons the last 2 minutes in the game, and we just couldn't close it. But they're getting better every single game, and we're competing. And for once, there's great camaraderie in the locker room, which is very refreshing.
And the pre-conference injuries, it seems like everybody's starting to come back now.
Well, I tell you what, Osa Wilson played practice today for the first time.
Wow.
We've been missing another piece, especially a scorer at the 4th spot, a slasher, decent body that can rebound the basketball. So if we continue to get better with the new guys that we got and the guys that we're playing, all we need is just to crack that one win. And once we get that, and we'll know what it tastes like, and then I think it'll be downhill from there.
And Sadler is supposed to dish to the rock anywhere he's got to go and what have you. But this guy can also score too.
Well, he's a true freshman, and I thought I'm putting too much on him because of the dynamics of our team, and I thought he wore down a little bit towards the end of the game against Jackson State. But he gave me everything he had. But he was just on fumes, and they started pressing him a little bit, and he had 3 crucial turnovers that cost us the game. But he brings it every single day, and once we continue to bring in guys just like him, sky's the limit for the Jaguars.
First game, conference game, Dutton comes off the bench. Destin Dutton comes off the bench, and then now you've made him a starter, and I see why, because I had said something on the air about that on the radio broadcast. I had said, this guy is all over the floor. He is fighting for every loose ball.
Well, he went from a walk-on to a starter, and he had to sit out the first semester because he wasn't eligible. And now he's been the glue guy for us. And, he's the one one of the reasons why we're playing so good right now is because of his energy and effort. And he's raised the bar for these other guys. And, now, we're playing another kid, not only Jaden Sadler, but the kid from Lafayette, Rollo, and he's coming in and giving us energy also. So we just got to continue to do that. And Sidney Amude has got to be the X factor for us.
Yes.
Now. And if he can play consistent for us throughout the rest of the conference, I think we'll be all right.
All right, Mr. White's in the crowd right here. You want to hear something that's going to be the cliche that we've got right here? Southern University is playing against Mississippi Valley State, a place where he coached. Now, he's going to tell you in the crowd today it's just another game. Just like he said against Coach Sandy Pugh, as we saw Sandy Pugh in the first conference game, it's just another game. So, Coach, against Mississippi Valley State coming up, it's just another game, right?
It's just another game, and we got to get a win.
Well, what is it going to be for you? I mean, one, to see them and to see their uniforms and what have you, it's going to be special for you, right?
Well, we're playing at our place, though.
Right,
it may be different if I was there.
Because you haven't been to that new gym on the road either.
I have not. But I have no ties to except for one guy on the staff. So I'm not looking at them the same way. I'm just looking at them as another SWAC team that we got to beat.
But as a coach, do you get a little bit more in practice and get a little bit, your voice kind of raised a little bit, and you kind of, is it anything like that? Because when you see their uniforms on the cross, that's going to be a little different for you.
Maybe, but at the end of the day, I'm just trying to get a W.
Yeah. This guy brought that program at Mississippi Valley State almost in the middle of nowhere, brought him to the NCAA tournament. And that's pretty special. That's why we know that he is going to be a very special coach here at Southern University, and we look forward to watching him grow. And I would not want to face this team tournament time. I really, when they get it together and get 2 halves together, this team is going to be a tough out in the tournament. I know that coming up in the SWAC, coming up in March. All right, when we come back, we're going to meet a coaching legend, a player legend here at Southern University. Plus, we're going to be talking about all kind of things, what's new for the athletics, and a whole lot more. And the football schedule still to come right here as we have the Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Southern Jaguar athletics right here on Pelican Sports TV.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college.
So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
And welcome back, everybody, right here, Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We are right here at a restaurant that you're going to want to come to, Scoreboards, Coursey Boulevard, right here. It's not very far at all. It's 10655 Coursey Boulevard. Some good food. I can't wait to try it out. We're going to be trying it here. We got a nice bar area out here. And also, too, we've got all kind of things going on right here at the place. We're going to be giving away some door prizes as well. We'll be telling you about them coming up here in just a moment. Right now, we've got a Southern legend right here. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one and only Willie Titus. Y'all give it up big time for him. Right. It looks like you can still play, bro.
It only looked like that.
Do you even shoot the rock at all anymore?
No.
No?
No.
Not even some practice with the kids, grandkids?
No.
Nobody?
Not at all. No.
All right, I tell you what, this is a proud McKinley High graduate, of course, Southern University, 1971 to 75. What did that education and playing experience mean to you coming from Southern University?
Oh, man, it was a tremendous boost in life. It boosted my career and, of course, made me well known throughout the city and the state and, of course, throughout the conference. So it was a very good experience for me.
Still one of the best rebounders in state history. Number 7, I think you still are, right?
Yes, sir.
And that's some big guys that have played in this state.
Absolutely. Some well-known people. Of course, to name a few, Shaq was one. Bob Hopkins, much earlier than I was, of course. Quite a few.
And you also were on a team that dominated too. I mean, absolutely just unbelievable scoring machine. 1974, this team averaged 160 points a ball game.
Absolutely. We could really score the basketball. That was Coach Carl Stood's philosophy as to fast break basketball, and he had a certain way he wanted it done, and we followed directions.
Was it a pass, or was it whoever got down there and they got a good shot, take it?
No, sir. It was a well-scripted fast break. Whoever would rebound, we always had the guard. At that time was Darryl Glasper, Andrew Frazier, who is the nephew of Joe Frazier.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And we would never had to look for the guard, but whatever side we rebound on, we'll pass it out there, and everybody had a certain lane that we ran into. And it was basically 1 or 2 dribbles the most that got us from one end of the court to the other.
And this, a lot of people don't understand, this was well before the three-point shot.
Absolutely. The three-point shot did not exist. No such thing. And of course, dunking was not allowed. And I mention that because I played above the rim.
Right.
And I look at these guys today, and I probably would have averaged maybe 6 dunks a game.
Wow.
Because I was a rebounder, and mainly an offensive rebounder. So I knew how to rebound, and it's all about blocking out.
Right.
I noticed these guys, they don't do a lot of blocking out. And my coach always said it's not how high you jump, it's how quick you can get to the ball. So we took advantage of all of that and gave our opponents a real difficult time.
Now, there's some NBA execs today will tell you that the old style play and the defense that was played back in the day is not that way now in the NBA and also in some college sports, in college basketball. They don't play the defense that used to be back in the days when you were playing.
Not at all. Not at all. We were fortunate. Coach Carl Stood put a lot of emphasis on team defense. And a lot of our scoring came from defense.
Was it man-to-man more or zone?
We could play both of them.
Okay.
We really did a lot of man-to-man. And of course, to get a team to shoot without an organized offense. And of course, that allowed us to approach or go back down on the opposite end with them being unorganized.
100. There's no defense in this game against Prairie View A&M. 151 points scored. Southern beat Prairie View A&M. 151 points scored.
That is absolutely correct. That season, we were 12-0 going to Prairie View. We lost to Prairie View 1 point, 112 to 113. Everybody was totally disappointed. We had them 2 weeks later, and it was revenge.
Uh-oh.
And of course, we attacked Prairie View like it was no other day. That year, Ronald Barra from Scotlandville High School, of course, he scored 51 points that night, which broke Bob's Love record. And of course, we broke 9 Southern University records.
Wow.
Very exciting game. I would always remember.
I would think you would. Even to this date, I would think you still remember that game.
Oh, absolutely. I've attended a few college games this year, and I see some teams have difficulties in scoring 60 points in the entire game.
Mm-hmm.
But we would score that in a half.
Unbelievable. Yeah. And again, before the three-point shot, that's it. A lot of people think of the Ben Jobe days that they were running and gunning down the court like that, but that was before Ben Jobe days.
Much earlier before Ben Jobe, yes.
Unbelievable.
Yes.
So what do you do today? What does Willie Titus do today?
Well, I'm retired after 38 years in the public school system, and within that time, I probably coached maybe 15 years of that. I was fortunate enough to go back to my alma mater, McKinley High School, and become head basketball coach there.
Wow.
So it was a tremendous honor for me.
And everybody brags about you and your personality and what have you, probably more the way than anything. You probably look at that more than you do your playing career, that you were that long of an educator, plus educating on the basketball court as well.
Absolutely. It was hand in hand because I was exposed to quite a few of my players who attended my class. So it was on the court, off the court, in the class, and we kind of gave me a chance to meet them and teach them and learn their personalities and, of course, deal with the parents.
Right.
Which is a big issue these days. But we were successful, and I enjoyed it. I have a desire now to even possibly do some coaching.
Wow. If you see a young player out there right now, young 5, 6-year-old, we've got one right here. Look at this nice kid right here, Mr. White's kid right there. I remember my son being that age. Now he's in the Marine Corps.
Okay.
But for you, seeing a young child like that, what would you tell them when they come and ask you, what do I need to do to get going to be a basketball player, not only on the high school level, but also going to college like you did?
Well, it boils down to fundamentals. College still put a lot of emphasis on fundamentals. We had design plays that he created. What was so unique was that we practiced our plays every game, and the fundamentals were within the practice. So we were constantly learning and teaching fundamentals, and a lot of timing involved. So we got a chance as players to learn and know. I would say to the youngsters these days, when have you learn your fundamentals. I try to watch the Pelicans.
Right.
And of course, not to criticize them, but they make so many fundamental mistakes. And it just shows that fundamentals is a great part, important part of basketball today.
No doubt. It's not the defense that it was back in the days, and with the Michael Jordans, the Magic Johnsons, and stuff like that. But even before that, it was unbelievable. Roman Banks bringing a lot of legends back onto the campus of Southern University. And, obviously him being a basketball coach, assistant for so many years, then becomes a head coach, then gives that up to be athletic director. What do you think about what he's done right now? I mean, I'm watching Avery Johnson come in now more often, even though he's coach of Alabama. Right. It just seems like a lot of the great people that made Southern what they were, and you're one of them, to come back to Southern.
Well, I give my hat off to Roman Bates. He took that job, a lot of pressure. Southern was going through quite a few violations and problems, and he was able to step in there. Apparently he had vision, and he was able to get Southern University back on track. I think that the university, the athletic department, was penalized for many, many years. And through negotiating and knowing the rules and regulations and what have you, he was able to get Southern back on track. And I give my all to him because I'm a diehard.
Yeah, we know you are, and we're a diehard fan of you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Willie Titus, one of the greatest of all time at Southern University. Look how big these guys' hands, look how big his hands are. Tell me that's not unbelievable, rebounder? Back with more right here, Overtime, with the athletic director, Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We're going to talk marketing when we come back right here next on Pelican Sports TV.
The birth of legends are storied in this conference. We must never forget our rich history. We now turn our gaze to the future. The new legends will emerge. New heroes to arise. The Southwestern Athletic Conference. Be our history.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your toes.
Legends
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary.
Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. It's smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right? You ever come to Louisiana?
Welcome back, everybody, right here at the Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. And we're right here at the brand new scoreboards on Coursey Boulevard, 10655 Coursey Boulevard. One of that quality licensed apparel, GSA Apparel and Design. We've got some door prizes right here we're going to be giving away here pretty soon. So we're very excited about that. So we're making it classy. Also, we're going to be, of course, telling you what the 2019 football schedule is going to be like. Everybody cannot wait for that. The Edge One Productions with Perry White and Garrett Eggerson is right here with us. Also, they're going to be doing, they did this video, and Roman Banks told me it's absolutely unbelievable. You've got to see this, and that is going to be coming up here at the end of the show, so we cannot wait for that. We've got it right here on the show, and want to welcome her to the program. Khadijah Campbell, how are you doing?
I'm good. Chris, how are you?
Great, great, great. And tell us, basically, you've got a lot of stuff that you do. You're a busy bee at Southern University.
I am. I'm the Director of Development, and in my office, it's mainly about cultivating relationships with our alums, our fans, our supporters, in an effort to increase engagement and donor relations.
And if you want to see how successful Southern graduates are, here you go, right here. A perfect example for that. Perfect example for that. Now, also, too, you got membership. You want to also talk about membership today.
Yes, so we have several membership programs that we launched during the football season. One is the S Club and also the Jags Unlimited. The S Club is essentially a tiered membership program that's designed and exclusive to our former athletes. The Jags Unlimited Club is essentially the same thing, but it's open to all alums, fans, and supporters of the Jaguar Nation. Most recently, we introduced the Lacumba Kids Club, which is really exciting because we launched it we opened our registration about 2 weeks ago, and we have about 240 kid members to that membership program to date. And it's ongoing. So it's been really, really exciting to see that grow. Additionally, the idea behind all of these programs is just to make sure that we're constantly creating innovative ways to engage our fans. And so the Lacumba Kids Club is one. Our first event for Lacumba Kids Club is February 9th at our contest, men's and women's basketball contest.
Awesome deal. And you and I talked before the Bayou Classic, and you were so happy and proud the Overtime Series was going to be in New Orleans.
Yes.
Right before the Bayou Classic, and now it has not only grown to that, and it was a big event there too, right?
Yes, it was. It was our culminating event. We had 7 events. And the feedback that we received from our alums, our fans, our supporters was resounding. They were really excited about it, and we are looking forward to continuing it in the 2019 football season.
And not only that, but now it's on TV as well for Pelican Sports TV and at this nice restaurant, Scoreboards, right?
Here we are.
So you're doing a great job. And we
Thank
also
you.
got something else to brag about, a newsletter that Jaguar fans will be able to look at that. Now, we're going to ask you, what do we need to do to get it? But tell us, first of all, how did it come about and what's it called?
So essentially, we were looking for ways, as I said, to continue to disseminate information, keep our alums and our fans in the loop. And so we thought about some different ways to kind of get that information out, and the newsletter was the perfect way to do that. We titled it the Jag Roar Playbook. So it's Jag Roar, which is the aggressive sound that a big cat makes, right? And it's JAGROAR. So for all of you all who aren't already signed up for it, you can text the word Jag Roar Playbook, JAGROAR Playbook, PLAYBOOK, all one word, to 22828. And you'll automatically start to receive those emails that we send out periodically. They're not scheduled a time, it just depends on what's happening within the department and the information that the AD feels needs to be sent out. And then in addition to that, just continuing to send out information, we've enhanced all of our social media platforms. We're constantly trying to find other ways to disseminate the information as well.
Now, what is promotions coming to Jaguar basketball? What is that all about? Tell us about that in February.
So those are essentially just our promotions that we're having with our that are aligned to our basketball schedule. So again, February 9th, against our contest against UAPB, we're launching our sort of a soft launch for Lacuma Kids Clubs. We'll have some exciting events for them, giving them their free wristbands and also some popcorn. They should have a really exciting dance party that I think they'll really enjoy. Again, all with the idea to increase family engagement, alumni engagement with Jaguar Athletics. Then on February 11th, we have MLK Night, which is, not February 11th. January, on Monday, is MLK Night. And then we move into February 11th, which is our Breast Cancer Aware Night. February 23rd, First Responders and Military. And then we have on February 25th is our Greek night. And I also want to make sure that I go back and say that February 9th is also our alumni night.
Oh, that's always fun.
So we're really excited to have our alums come out. We usually have a lot, very high attendance for that game as well. So.
Now, you told me on the radio show, now tell me this again on TV for all the viewers out there. How big was it for you to not only come back to Southern University, but to tell them that you'll be in the marketing department? You'll be the lead marketer for that.
It was really exciting. As I shared with you before, I'm a two-time alum of Southern University, and it's really, really interesting to be able to come back and be in the space of an alum and also an employee. And so it allows me an opportunity to really give both, and I say both, but all of my heart to the work that I do every day, knowing that Southern University actually made me the professional and the woman that I am today.
Now, when you graduated, did you ever envision you coming back? Because I'm sure when you graduated, you envisioned going to a big marketing, New York City, maybe LA or somewhere like that, but to come back to Baton Rouge and market for your university.
You really want to put me on the spot?
What's that?
You really want to put me on the spot?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, I never envisioned it, and of course I did when I graduated, went off to work for Johnson & Johnson in the areas of marketing and sales. And it never ever crossed my mind to return to Southern University in any capacity other than working toward my master's, which I did. But when I was offered the opportunity to come back, I thought very long and hard about it, and I was really excited to take the opportunity because I thought that at that point, I had developed a level of my skill set, I've honed that skill set, and then I'd really, really be able to impact my alma mater.
I put you on the spot because of the fact, one, we're proud of you. Number two, we know that we've got the best person for the job. Nobody's going to promote Southern University as well as you do.
Thank you.
And you do a fabulous job at that.
Thank you,
You
Chris.
can see the pride in your eyes when you're talking about Southern University. So no one's going to market Southern University better than you. What do you envision outside of Baton Rouge, maybe even the state of Louisiana, of marketing? Because we've got big alumni in Texas and in Georgia and what have you.
Yeah, and I think that's why we're in the department. We have a fantastic team of folks. Obviously, you know Ms. Denise Rankins, you know Chris Jones, and then the entire senior staff. We're always looking at innovative ways to kind of make sure that we're marketing and promoting and we're getting that information out. Again, you know, when I started, we had to start basically from scratch. Creating opportunities to gather and collect data and alumni information. And we've done a phenomenal job with that. I mean, we started at ground zero and we have a database of about, I would say about 10,000 records with contact information. So I think we've done really, really well in that area. And then we also, again, as I said, with our Jaguar playbook and our social media campaigns that we do, we share that across all of our different Southern University fan groups within Facebook and so on and so forth. So you'll continue to see that sort of activity happening, and then you'll also see new ways and innovative ways as we continue to research, you know, sort of the industry standards.
Naja Campbell right here, Director of Marketing here for Southern University, a Southern alum, and we're definitely proud of her, and she's doing a magnificent job. Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics will continue right here from Scoreboards on Pelican Sports TV.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
Welcome to the multiplier games. Multiply your winnings 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times. Win up to $200,000. Louisiana Lottery. Multiply your play.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton & Fouget. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton & Fouget today.
Cherokees, we'd rather sell them than move them.
It's Salisbury's moving sale and Jeep Adventure Days.
All new 19 Jeep Cherokee Latitudes and $19,990 after finance rebate.
15 at this price.
Get them now at Salisbury's Chrysler,
Dodge,
Jeep,
and Ram in Baton Rouge.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
everybody. As overtime with athletic director Roman Banks, a closer look at Jaguar athletics. And we've got, of course, the big one. We're going to be announcing the football schedule here in just a moment. Now, everybody shushed. And I know Lady Jag was big time propositioning me to tell her what the schedule was. I promised her I did not have that.
Right.
So we're going to be talking about that coming up in a moment. And right now, we've got some door prizes. GSA Apparel and Design with two beautiful gift baskets.
Very nice, very nice. Let me call out the winning numbers.
All right, here we go.
Wife in here, I don't have my glasses, so don't y'all trip on me, hold them far away. 609019, first number. 609003, second number. See the niece rankings for your prize if you had those numbers. 609019, 609003.
All right, good deal. That's right. And you can win a prize if you come here next week, too, by the way. And, boiled crab and shrimp on Wednesdays. Kids with a burger, drinks, and a fry, only $5. So bring those kids out here. That's a lot of fun.
So everybody been having their version of the schedule out, right? And so now we're going to unveil the real schedule. Get homecoming right and all these things right. So if we ready to unveil, let's roll that video. Let's see what Perry and Gary put together for us, y'all. Let's go! Hey, let's give these two guys a big hand right here, Chris.
DA Edge One Productions, I should say. Perry White. I'm shocked to see Perry White right now, not with a camera.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the first time he's on. Garrett Edgerin. Let's take a look right now at the calendar. McNeese going to Lake Charles. It's always a fun time at Cowboy Stadium.
Yes, yes.
And then going to Memphis. Memphis is another bowl team. This year had a very successful year playing right there in Memphis, Tennessee. That's going to be a lot of fun there, too.
And we have a huge alumni base there, and they've been asking for us to come there for a period of time, so we feel like that's going to be an exciting game.
Edwin Waters College will be our Pete Richardson Classic, the first home game at A.W. Mumford Stadium. That's going to be a fun game.
Going to be a fun game, and we still have a special treat. We're in the finishing touches, working with our president, Dr. Belton, and I think our fans will get excited because I think we're going to be able to showcase the Pete Richardson Field that game. So we're going to name that field. It'll be Mumford Stadium powered by Pete Richardson Field. So what you think about that?
That is unbelievable. That'd be incredible. Now, I think we always, FAMU and Southern is like Texas A&M and LSU when Texas A&M wasn't in the conference.
Right.
It's always important to play FAMU. In fact, there was a time where they didn't even exchange game film because it was that big of a rivalry.
Right.
But this one, we're going to Tallahassee on September 21st, and then at UAPB Pine Bluff right there on the September 28th, and then an open week on October the 5th, and then back into A.W. Mumford Stadium against those Panthers of Prairie View A&M.
Oh yeah, ain't no question about that one. That'd be a good home game for us. But go back to the FAM game. I think that our fans been asking for that type of rivalry, and that's what I'm anticipating with those old rivalries to bring those games back. And we haven't played them in a long time, so it's great to get them back on the schedule.
And that's a home and home series,
too, Home and home series. They will come to us the following year.
Okay, and then continuing, back going to Dallas again, the Cotton Bowl, Texas Southern.
That was pretty fun last year.
It was.
We had great following. I think Jaguar Nation showed out again. I mean, we came out. And, Dallas is another base that we have a good alumni base there. They do very well. And the fans like that game and been asking for that game. So we're going to continue to showcase ourselves in Dallas.
And I've never seen a bigger fair than that besides Disney World. That was unbelievable. Alcorn State going to Lorman, Mississippi to play the Alcorn State Braves, a rematch of that championship game. Then Alabama A&M, that's homecoming. The Bulldogs coming here on November the 2nd. Virginia Lynchburg as we tell our seniors goodbye.
Yeah, Virginia Lynchburg will be our last home game as we, get ready to close out in Mumford Stadium. And, we're very excited about this schedule because of what we had some struggles because this schedule has been the schedule in place for a period of time. And so we think that we did a pretty good job with this schedule. And of course, we're going to close out, go to Jackson State, and then close out with the granddad of them all, Grambling State University right there in New Orleans.
That's right. Down to the Superdome, that'll be big. And so that'll be a lot of fun, no doubt about that. And I tell you what, we've had a lot of fine sponsors that have made this Overtime series with you very special.
Yes, I'm very thankful for our sponsors. Without our sponsors, that we wouldn't be able to do some of the projects that we're doing now. If you drive on the campus, you see a lot of renovation going on. I mean, we're about to turn the whole softball field around. We're doing different things in the baseball stadium. And obviously, you see Mumford Stadium, the F.G. Clark Activity Center.
All right, again, hey, next week we want to see you at Scoreboards right here. All you Southern fans watching this program, we want to see you out here. Now, I'll tell you what, you said it's the best bread pudding. I've never seen one that actually has pecans on top.
This one does. This one's not bad now.
Now you gonna give me you gonna go with it too? You gotta get try.
I'm gonna try.
Like I gotta twist your arm to try.
No, you don't have to twist my arm. I got it. What you think?
Gardez donc, like my mamie used to say, Gardez donc, mais ça c'est bon. That's good.
That's good, yeah.
That means that's real good.
I don't know what you said. Did you just get the Holy Ghost?
That is delicious. Just coming, that in itself is absolutely unbelievable. You can see the texture of it, everything, and look how thick it is. Usually bread puddings are half of that. This thing is tall as the Benson Tower next to the Superdome.
You're breaking it down pretty good, huh?
Man, that thing is unbelievable.
All I know when I grew up, I used to say, Mama, that tastes good.
The Roman Banks bread pudding.
Oh.
See my mouth salivating right now.
Can we put something in the Overtime Series edition?
That's pretty awesome. Again, thanks. That was such a great video, Perry and Garrett. You did a great job. The Edge One
Yes,
Productions.
they always do. Appreciate y'all.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Church night.
All right, we've had a fun time, overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We're going to be looking at a whole new thing since next week. So we invite you to come in right here. And again, you got to tune in right here to Pelican Sports TV. Have a good one.